All right, we'll stay in the Atlantic Division. You talk about teams adding pieces. The Bruins adding a couple of big pieces, including this guy, Elias Lindholm. Another Lindy locked up. Welcome to Boston, Elias. Elias Lindholm, the newest member of the Boston Bruins, joining us now on NHL Tonight. There he is. First and foremost, congratulations, the 7-year deal with the Boston Bruins. Take us through what the last couple of days and hours were like for you and why, in the end, you decided to go become a Boston Bruin.
No, yeah, obviously it's been a lot of meetings, a lot of phone calls with my agent and so on. So, yeah, obviously, when Boston came into the picture, it was kind of an easy decision. I think obviously being a Bruin is a dream, and a lot of history, a lot of great players. I think they're right there. I think obviously they gave Florida a pretty good matchup there, and I think the whole thing was just exciting to join.
Elias, congratulations on the new contract. And I asked Jake Gensel this earlier. I'm going to ask you the same question because, again, we're all human beings. You guys are great athletes. You start the year. You're in Calgary. I remember being up there for the outdoor game. It was, a tricky start. Who's signing? Who's staying? Who's leaving? I mean, how much of a distraction is it? You end up moving to Vancouver. You have a really good playoff for them. How much of a distraction just from being, just trying to live your life, and you're trying to focus on playing in the toughest league in the world, and yet you're thinking about what's going to happen with my future, my family, where am I going to be? How difficult is that to go through over the course of a full year?
Yeah, obviously way tougher than I expected. I think obviously you're now you have a family, you have a kid and a fiance and so on. So it's obviously way more difficult now than, just being by yourself. But, like I said, it was way more of a distraction than I was actually thinking in the beginning. And, obviously you're kind of, thinking a lot and between games and so on. Obviously, when you're out there, you're just focusing on the game, but there's a lot of thinking. And right now I'm super happy that this worked out with Boston. But yeah, like I said, it was definitely more of a distraction than I anticipated.
The thinking is over. You can relax and just play hockey. So that's good news for you, right?
Elias, congratulations. When you're a free agent and you have an opportunity to pick a place, was there a key moment or were there people you talked to that you felt like, man, that's the right fit for me, and that made it easy for you to say, I'm going to be a Bruin?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of aspects, but, just to be a Bruin felt like the right fit for me and my family. And I always, coming to TD Garden has always been, a tough place to play and so on. A lot of history and, a lot of great players. And like I said earlier, I think their team is right there. So, I mean, it was a lot of boxes that were ticked. So, I mean, it was kind of an easy decision.
Well, you're going with a teammate of yours, or former teammate, current teammate, Nikita Zadorov, also joining the Boston Bruins. Does that make that transition a little bit easier, walking into that dressing room with some familiarity about a guy that you just shared a dressing room with previously?
Yeah, like I said, I think, coming to a new team, it's, even though I just kind of did it, it's definitely, little nervous and so on in the beginning, but knowing Nikita for a long time now, it's definitely going to help, and I'm excited that he could come there too. He's going to be a great fit, and you can see towards the end of the season how good he was, and he's going to be a great fit.
It seems like you're destined to be a Boston Bruin. I mean, I thought, that could have happened during the season. It just seems like you are a Boston Bruin. Did you ever have that feeling as you think of these teams prior to this? Did you think, hey, that's a place I could really see myself playing?
Yeah, ever since, way back in the days, even early on in my career, you always looked at Boston and it would be definitely really cool to play there with, obviously all the fans and all the history, and, they always had a great team and so on. So it's, like you said, it's definitely one of those teams that I've been looking at, and definitely could see myself play there one day, and I'm just glad it worked out. Me and my family were super excited.
We talked about you going there with Zadorov. Are you familiar with anybody inside that room currently? And if so, have you received any calls or text messages welcoming you to the Boston Bruins?
It's been a lot. Obviously, a lot of late here in Sweden, but try to get back to as many as possible. But yeah, obviously I know Hampus since back in the days a little bit, and so on. I met Swayman at the All-Star game and so on. So it's definitely, but there's a lot of new faces, but it's going to be exciting as well to get off a fresh start and just to get over to Boston and see what it's like.
All right, Elias, what do you got planned for the rest of the summer now? I mean, this is a big weight off your plate here. I mean, I'm really happy for you because, like I said, watching you guys over the years, different eras, different players, it's tough to get through that year. You're settled in now. What's the plans for the summer? I mean, you got a lot. It seems like you got a lot on your plate with your family, with being engaged. What's up next?
Yeah, we're expecting our second son in 2 months or
Awesome.
3 months. So we're gonna head over to Boston in a month. So it's gonna be a short summer. But it's gonna be good to get to a new team and get settled in and get there early.
Two boys. Two boys. You'll be busy.
Man-to-man coverage at this point. Hey, Elias, congratulations on everything happening in your life. Like you said, the new addition to the family coming soon, and the new team, the Boston Bruins. I know Boston fans certainly excited to have you in the mix as well. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
All right, Elias Lindholm, the newest member of the Boston Bruins.